Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Brett Karwowski Jr. of Hartland Football. How's it going?
Good. How are you, Casey?
I'm doing well. So, coming off a really big win this week against Plymouth, what was it like to get that big win, to get the momentum that you guys have had, and to be back at home? I know the first 2 weeks did not work the way that you guys wanted, but to come home and get a win, that had to be huge for you guys.
No, it was. It was huge. All the guys were excited. First home game. It was high at night, so the community comes together and just has a good time, and it was great. It was great. Everyone, I think, found it um just enjoyable. It was just a good day, and it was obviously a good football game, and for our team, it was a great win.
Yeah. What really just like what has these past few weeks been like? Just going the first 2 weeks, you not coming out on the coming up short, and then what really kind of changed this week and just kind of implementing the things that you guys did, because I guess what was it like these first few weeks, just trying to kind of find yourselves a little bit.
I mean, the first 2 weeks were rough. Obviously, we didn't win the games. They were away, and having 2 weeks away is difficult, especially when it's the beginning of the season. Obviously, we were testing ourselves and just seeing how things go and roll for our football team. And after the first week, we told ourselves, keep our heads up high. We're not gonna do what we did last year. Same thing second week. Yeah, we didn't get the results, but we still wanted to keep our head high. And then this week, we went in this week pretty much forgetting about what happened, right? It was a home game. It's gonna be, we all told ourselves it's gonna be great. And the whole team morale like shot up. It was a home game. And we kind of just forgot about the first 2 weeks. We were like, you know what? It pretends it's week one, or just there's a reset, and that uh we can do this and we can beat Plymouth.
Yeah. So, defensively, Hartland has always been strong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Do you go both ways?
Yeah.
Okay, so I know not a lot of linemen, obviously on in bigger programs tend not to go that way, but obviously in smaller programs, yes. But I know, well, what is that like for you, just to go both ways and stuff?
I mean, it's fun. It's cool because you get to learn both sides and ways of the ball, and so you can use it as your advantage, and you learn the opponent's side, and it's very fun. It's cool. It's an honor and a privilege to be able to start and go both ways.
Yeah. Just for you as a player, like how have you kind of grown really in the first few weeks, like um just overall as a player?
I feel like my growth overall as a player has just been confidence, just my in my physicality and just being mentally prepared and just my confidence, and obviously knowing that from last year being a sophomore I can compete, and that now I can still compete, and that I'm at a playing level and a playing field that I can be and should be at, and hopefully exceed at that level.
Yeah. How do you I don't think I usually tend to not ask this, but like how do you handle how do you personally, and this is not just like teammates and stuff, how do
Yeah.
you personally like handle a loss? Like how do you like, does it take a while to get over, or are you just like, okay, I'm gonna move on, I'm gonna learn about it, I'm just gonna go on to the next week?
I'm more of just like forget about it and go, because the more you linger on it, the more it hurts you, it hurts your team. I mean, obviously, why focus on it? So there's never a reason why you should be hurt so much by a loss that like you're completely stumped, and it's like, oh well, like it should never be that way. So, and I'm not that way. Like, we lost the Novi game. I was like, yeah, it stinks. In the moment, it sucks, but like, gotta forget about it. Gotta move on. Like, moving on.
Yeah. Okay, so in these first few weeks, like, can you what's one thing you've noticed that you've gotten like you've improved on a lot?
Most definitely offense, because freshman year, sophomore year, I got completely not like just I got separated from offense. I played zero offense. Everything I did was on the D line, and being on the offense was a big change. It was a big change just coming back to that position and playing it. And I felt throughout practice I've learned a ton and I've improved immensely on it.
Yeah. So of course this week, we got the Plymouth tour continues. Well, I know you hosted one team, but now you're gonna travel up to the PSEP campus this week to take on Salem. And an interesting fact you were telling me before we started recording is you've never been to that place, like
No,
ever.
I've never played at Salem. No.
Well, actually, funny enough, it's the for okay, for people that do not know, Canton, Plymouth, and Salem are part of one district, and the high schools are literally all on one campus. So there's Plymouth, there's Salem, and then there's Canton. So they actually all have classes together. You could have one class, you could go to Canton, you could have two classes at Salem, a couple classes at Plymouth. You can have them all across the park. It's one of the most unique districts that I've ever seen. I know the Zealands do the same thing, but what's it going to be like to go up there and to play a Salem team that is I know the record may not speak for it, but it is a much improved team.
Oh, I know. They are definitely an improved team. Obviously, the film shows, but also just their heart, their drive, their will. They're a team that can get it done. They're a team that can do it, and it's gonna be cool. It's definitely be different and unique, just because I've never been there specifically, and I feel like it should be cool. I feel like it'd be a great time, different atmosphere, and when there's something new, uh, it tends to be a lot cooler.
Yeah. All right. And what do you guys feel like you need to do? Because one thing that it may be you guys haven't done yet since Stevenson has taken over as head coach is you haven't won a road game.
Yeah.
So what would it mean to go on the road and get Coach Stevenson his first road win?
It'd be huge. I mean, I know that it'd be huge for him, but our team would probably be very happy. I mean, the our morale would shoot up even more, but just it's gonna be a cool experience. The bus ride home would be great.
Absolutely. All right. Well, Brett, thank you so much for the time as always, and we'll talk to you later on in the year. And best of luck against Salem this week.
All right, thank you, Casey.